Hey, Facebook Live. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey. I'm going to give you guys a few more moments to get on in here so I can do this video and go about my business. I am sleepy. Do you hear me? Your girl's tired. And so I just want to hurry up and do this video, and hopefully my plan is to go to sleep. And hopefully, not hopefully, I'm gonna go to sleep. I gotta go to sleep. I'm so tired. But yeah, so let's see who is watching right now. Go ahead and type in your city, type in your country. Let me know where you are watching me from tonight. Rep your city, rep your country. Let me know where you are watching me tonight. Or if you're part of another country, you might be on, what's today, Wednesday? So it might be Thursday for you already. Hello, sir. How are you, Mr. Lorenzo? Good evening. Hello. Hey, everybody. Go ahead and let me know where you're watching me from. All is well? Awesome. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about you randomly today. I was thinking about, how do you go from Georgia to Colorado? Like, what brings someone to Colorado from Georgia? But, yeah, it was a random thought just out of nowhere. But, yeah, everybody, go ahead and let me know where you guys are watching from. And those of you that are watching that are part Step Out on Faith, okay, well, praise God for that. I feel you on that. Gotta make faith moves. I'm all about that. For those of you that are watching that are in network marketing and you have a team, you need to be tagging them in this video. Hello. Hint. Wink. So I'm gonna get started because, like I said earlier on, I'm super sleepy and I want to go to sleep because I'm tired, y'all. Your girl is tired. But I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself for some of you that do not know who I am, and for those of you that will be sharing this video. My name is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled, single mom to a 2-time #1 best-selling author with books that were on the bestsellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life, relationship, and business coach and internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, and speaker. I'm also the protege of the legendary Les Brown, and I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while being profitable and build a strong online brand and presence and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer, and my faith is exuded in all that I do. So, welcome everybody. Brooklyn is in the house. You're in New York City like I am. So let's talk about, guys, how it is that you can recruit people that may have had a bad taste in their mouth, a bad experience with network marketing. Now, throughout this live stream, guys, go ahead and feel free to double tap and get the hearts going. Let me feel your energy because your girl is sleepy. So let me see some love out here. So there are 4 steps that I want to share with you all. Hey, Miss Angela, how are you? You never called me back the other day. But yeah, so there are 4 steps that I want to share with you guys on how to recruit someone or how to present your business opportunity to somebody that's had a bad experience. So number 1, guys, the first thing is this. You want to first ensure that you are right before you even speak to that person. You have to get your confidence up. You have to be able to have the posture that you need so that when you're speaking to that person, they can tell that it's something different. But if you're a little bit shaky and you already put in your mind that, you know what, they're going to say no, and they're going to be like, you hop from this company to that company, and hey, North Carolina, and they're like, oh, they're not going to really want to do it. I'm not sure. If you come at them that way, they'll know and immediately go out the window. They're not even going to try to listen to you, right? But if you build your confidence up, if you know that what you have is literally a gift that can change someone's life, and you present it that way, they'll feel it. So even though in their mind they may be thinking, oh gosh, it's no marketing, I don't want to hear it, but based off of your confidence, based off of how you presented yourself, they'll be willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. So number one is you have to ensure that you're confident in what you have. You have to ensure that when you speak to them, your posture is correct. Let me tell you something, guys. Posture is everything, especially in this industry and really with anything in life, but especially with network marketing. If I come and I possess control of the conversation and what I'm putting out, if someone gets on the phone with me and they're trying to ask me a whole bunch of questions and trying to take over my call, listen, it seems as if you're not going to really be working with me because you're not really quite coachable. I want to answer your questions, but you're trying to speak more than listen. I'll tell somebody that. But see, you can't be afraid to tell folks. That's the problem. You guys are afraid that people are going to say no, that you let them run your call. I'm running the stuff here. You hear me? I'm the boss here. I'm calling you because this might help you. So if you're talking a lot, that lets me know that you're not going to be coachable. You're not going to be teachable, which then means you're going to be a headache on my team. I don't want that. And so because I can choose who I want to work with, I'm going to disqualify you. Straight up. Right? Because unlike a job where you have to work with people that you may not necessarily like, when you are in business for yourself and you're recruiting, you don't have to work with everybody. You shouldn't want to work with everybody. So if from the gate you're giving me an issue, I'm going to cut it clean. We're done. So make sure that your posture is correct and that you possess control of the call and how you're presenting yourself. So if you're confident in what you have, the opportunity that you have, when you're presenting to somebody else, they'll feel it. And think about it this way. What made you decide to say yes? Because I'm sure you may have had a bad experience before too, or maybe you didn't have the success that you wanted, but you still saw the opportunity for whatever reason, you said yes. So keep that in the forefront of your mind so that when you're speaking to these people, that you're confident in that regard as well, right? So that's number one. Number two, you must use proper verbiage when you're trying to pique someone's interest. You must use proper verbiage when you're trying to pique someone's interest. What I mean by that, if you're coming and you're saying stuff like, oh, there's this new deal, and girl, you need to go check this out because we got to make a whole lot of money, and it's one of those, the last one didn't work, but try this, girl. If it don't work, then you can move on. What is that? You came to me and now I'm thinking about a deal, I'm thinking about another side hustle, I'm thinking about all this other stuff, and I'm like, I don't even know if I really want to pay any attention, right? Proper verbiage. Listen, guys, this is where we have to realize who we are and what we do. And that's why I'm so glad that, for the leadership, especially I can speak to leadership on my team, from Team Victory, from the company itself, from Al Rodriguez to Mr. Armand Puyol with Vida Divina, and with Eric Worre, creating training for people to be professionals. Because there's a lot of people going out there doing things, trying to take notes. Are you keeping this video up? Respectfully asking that, trying to cut you off. Oh, thank you, Ruben. Yeah, I'll keep it up for a little bit. So, there's training to teach you how to be a professional in this industry, because there's so many people that don't have, hey, Mel, how are you? I was actually thinking about you today. There are a lot of people that, have a bad taste, and it's because they went to some novice that didn't know what they were doing, and now they're like, I don't know. But let me tell you, when you position yourself properly and you learn how to be a CEO, right? And you use the right verbiage when you're talking to people, they're going to respect you as a CEO, not just someone in a network marketing company, right? When I do anything that I do, right, my business, from being an entrepreneur with my coaching business and marketing, to being, a CEO of my franchise with a network marketing company, I conducted like a straight up business. There's no difference. You guys see my marketing material. You see my videos. The way that I speak is how I speak with anything else. I'm not putting it like, oh yeah, listen, I'm part of this thing. And I hear people say stuff like that. I'm a part of this thing. If you get 2 people and they get 2 people and they sell this, girl, we're about to be rich. You're not going to recruit me like that. It might work for somebody else. It may work. But you're not going to get me though. Right? And so this is why it's also important to know who you want to target. Because if you know who you want to target, your verbiage is much different than somebody that you're trying to make an extra $300 a month. Two totally different ball games, right? If I know that I'm attracting entrepreneurs to me, my presentation is going to be very different. But if I know that I'm just trying to help the single mom from working 3 jobs, my verbiage is going to be different also, right? Know who you're talking to. So when you realize that you have the ability to have a Fortune 500 company in your organization through the vehicle of network marketing, you speak that way. You learn a terminology. You present it that way. You study others who have gotten success. Mr. Holton Bugs is amazing with that in the industry to show and present this as a viable business. This is no different. With network marketing, guys, what we're able to do is we're able to compress time and leverage people, leverage products, leverage systems, and create residuals and passive income. That's what you're able to do. So it's not like it's any different from the brick and mortar business. Brick and mortar is just going to take a lot more time, a lot more money, and you don't have that much flexibility and leverage as you will with network marketing. That's it. So when you see it that way and you're still showing yourself to be that CEO, you present it like that. Like everybody that I've spoken to, that I recruited, right? They didn't know that I was in network marketing until afterwards when they went, saw my video, and eventually figured out what I was talking about. I didn't say, hey, I'm doing this and this. No, they went through the process. I spoke to them. I told them what I was doing. I was a franchise owner, and I'm working with entrepreneurs. I created my own alliance, part of branding my own self and not a company, right? I created my alliance, what our alliance is doing. Here, check this out. And guess what happened? Most of them were like, oh, afterwards, I wasn't really looking for network marketing, Sharita, but because it's you, and because I see the vision, I'm going to go with it. True story, right? So use the proper verbiage, present it like a company, and not trying to put this other thing out there, right? Keep that in mind. Number 3, don't talk too much. Don't talk too much. You wouldn't think about it this way. When you're telling somebody about your business opportunity, right? You want to have a couple of key things in there to see if what their interest is. Yes, Angela. When you put it in such a way where you pique their interest, you let them know what the highlight is. Find out what is the highlight to what you're sharing, right? And again, guys, this goes back to knowing who your audience is. What is the pain point that they have? Is it because they need to make more money for kids, for their children? Do they want to make more money because they're tired of their job? Do they want to make more money because they're sick and they don't have enough money for health insurance? Or do they want to create more money because they want to create an additional stream of income because their goal is to become a millionaire? You need to know what their pain points are, right? Once you figure that out, you then know how to insert your solution in your pitch and say, here, this is what I'm doing. Do you have 5 minutes? You do? Okay, click. Here's the number or here's a link, whatever your system is, direct them to it and let me know when you're done. I'm going to call you back when it's over. Don't give too much information. Don't talk too much. What happens is you do a lot of talking and somehow you get lost, right? Because if you don't know your comp plan the way it is, you don't know the product, you don't know how the system flows the way it should, you'll get lost. And when you get lost, you automatically give them the control. Remember we talked about posture. Your posture is all jacked up if you forgot what you were talking about in the first place and you can't answer their question. So now they're looking at you like, she don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I don't do those kind of things. But thank you, though. I wish you much success. You just lost that person, right? So don't talk too much. Get straight to the point. See if there is somebody that you want to work with. See if they're available. And that's the thing. If you're giving them a call, if you're giving them a link, make sure they're available first to listen to it now. This is what I do. I don't give anybody my link to get more information unless I know they're available at that particular moment to listen to it, to watch it, so that I follow up with them right back afterwards. I know how long my presentation is. So if it's 33 minutes, the 34th minute, I'm calling you and we're going to talk, right? But if I say, hey, when you have a chance, just listen to this, guess what's going to happen? They're never going to have a chance because it's not that important to them, right? It's important to you. So I create the sense of urgency. Was it, listen, are you available now? Because this thing will be available for only a little while. If not, let me know when you're available, and then I'll give it to you. They don't got to know that it's recorded, right? And even if they do know it's recorded, I'm not giving it to you unless I know you have the time to listen to it. Straight up. Oh, you could give it to me and I'll just listen to it and I'll get back to you. No, I won't. That's not how the rules play. I make the rules. So when you're available, let me know and I'll give it to you. You're available now? Cool. Here's the link. I'm going to call you right back. Right? So be mindful of that. Make sure that they have the time to listen to it, and be sure to speak less, get the highlights out there, pitch it real quick, and then boom, here's the link, right? That's number 3. Number 4 is address their fears, right? Address their fears. This is the thing. They're skeptical now about network marketing. They had a bad experience, or they heard somebody have a bad experience, right? And so because of that, they're not sure. But what some people do is they'll hear somebody tell them about a bad experience, or someone expressing genuinely, their fear, and they'll do a couple of things. Either one, they'll ignore them for saying what they said, or 2, get offended by what they said and try to talk negatively to that person, or ignore them all the way and just still try to sell them on why they need to join. That's horrible. That's horrible listening skills, right? And I need to see some hearts here. Where we at? Where the hearts at, though? Right? Where the hearts at? You don't want to have someone tell you what their fear is and you completely ignore them when they literally have a legitimate reason to be afraid. Your job is to address it, right? You know what? I understand, Tiffany, why you're afraid. I know that, you last time you made no money, you had no support. I get that. I've had that same experience too many times where my upline was gone and I had to do it on my own. But what I do know is I can't allow my past to keep me from an opportunity that can change my future. I do know that you said you wanted to make more money so you got more time with your child, right? And that's what you said. And because I know that that's important to you, I'm sure you wouldn't allow your past to keep you from going forward. Right, Tiffany? Ask questions. Tiffany and I are having a straight up conversation at this point. I'm going to ask Tiffany that, and what's Tiffany going to say? She's going to say, yes, you're right. Okay, but not only that, let me tell you why it's different over here, because my CEO actually partnered with one of the top legends and trainers in this industry to create training for us, because he knew that a lot of people would be novice. He knew that a lot of people didn't have success before simply because they didn't have the right training. So he created a training program with one of the top trainers in this industry just for us, and it's for free. So you don't have to be afraid of not being able to succeed anymore, because you actually have a roadmap, right? And not only that, we have a compensation plan that goes down 7 generations deep with a check match. So that kind of makes me want to always be in your face. It's kind of going to make me want to help you and your team because we benefit from each other. So yeah, I can see why you're afraid. But when you know what's actually in the work right now and how it's going to help you, it kind of takes away that fear. Right, Tiffany? Yeah, you're right. Okay, so do you have time now to listen to the call? You do? Okay, great. So I'm going to send you the link right now. It's about 30 minutes. Right when it's done, I'm going to call you, or you call me, but either way, we're going to speak after. Cool? Cool. You see that? I'm talking to Tiffany like she's my friend. I'm talking to Tiffany, not trying to say, well, so what if you were scared? Get over it. Everybody's not afraid and everybody don't want your money. Girl, you can't be stupid. It's a new opportunity. It's free. It's the forefront. What? Click. Like, you crazy. But when I'm talking to Tiffany, addressing her concern, letting her know that I'm listening, letting her know that I can relate, she then feels like she has a friend. And remember, I say this all the time. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. So if I'm talking to her and I'm hearing her concerns, I'm addressing her concerns, and showing her why or how her concerns are actually answered by what I have to provide for her, I took away the fear. I took away the fear that she had. I gave her a solution to her problem, and I was a listening ear, and then I became her friend. See that? So now she's going to listen to the presentation that I have for her because there are no fears anymore. You guys get that? So I hope you guys are, able to interact. But that's the gist of it. Like, I did a few prospecting calls this week, and I so wish I had them recorded because they were perfect for training purposes, which is why I asked in the group the other day if you guys would be interested in doing a prospecting training, because there was one person that, she was like, she was afraid of joining because she hadn't really done this before, and she wanted to, spend time with her son, but at the same time had questions, and, so I was like, okay, well, right now your biggest stress is the fact that you wouldn't be able to put your son in a better school, but you're stressed out because you have to pay for books, you have to pay for the tuition, a lot of money that you don't have right now, and you're tired, right? That's the problem. So, and then I go on to find out, well, what's your son's name? Okay, is Javon? Okay, so if you could put Javon in school right now, without even having to think about the cost for the books, not even thinking about the cost for the tuition every year, how would you and Javon live? Girl, I'd be so happy. Really? That's what I thought. So why don't we go ahead and get Javon settled so you don't have to be worried about what kind of school he's going to, and then you give him the education that he actually deserves. Isn't it simple like that? If you knew that you could do something and had the right instructions and training and teaching to help you get Javon into that school, would you not do it? Of course she's going to do it because she wants Javon to be in the best school. Right? Another call. The guy's been in the industry before, been in a couple industries before. He actually, did very well at one particular company. Went to another company, did pretty well, okay with that, but his heart wasn't really there. He was thinking about joining Vida Divina, but then he was like, I'm not sure what about the products, what's actually out there? I know you guys are still kind of in pre-launch. So his issue was the products, not knowing exactly what they were. His issue also was, knowing the timing, if he should move forward or not. But then he also knew that if he waited a little bit longer, he would be missing out on momentum and volume. And so he was like, well, tell me because he was a trainer. He wanted to know, well, how can this help me? So because I knew some knowledge of the products, that's why you got to know your stuff, research, right? I was able to answer some questions, and the things that I did not know, I said, hey, listen, I don't know. I'm not going to make up something for you, right? I can't tell you about this, right? I can tell you what I do know. I can tell you what this person's track record is, and that's why I felt comfortable making that move. That's why I did it. Now, you have the opportunity to wait, because there are going to be a lot of people that will wait. But as you know, as you wait for the products to show up, you just lost a whole bunch of volume and placement waiting. That's just what happens. But listen, at the same token, let's just say that the products were garbage, right? But by the time you found that out, you enrolled for free. So you really lost absolutely nothing. All you're doing right now is doing an application to say, I want to be put here. And then you make your exchange when that time comes. But what if though, the products are beyond amazing and people from everywhere can't wait to get their hands on it, and you lost out 5 generations ago? How crazy would you feel? Yeah, you're right, Sharita. Yes, I know. So, you ready to do the application? See, when you take the fear out of what people are going to say, when you take the fear out of hoping somebody signs up with you, you can be real and genuine. In fact, that's what the guy said to me. He's like, you know what? I was looking around, different on YouTube and different places, and I was attracted to you because of how you conducted yourself, but also because you were real. I'm like, I don't gotta lie for nobody. I'm not a liar. I don't have to sit here and try to be super deep. No, what you see is what you get. And because I'm confident in what it is that we do have, knowing that this can change your life, I conduct myself as such. So if you say no to me, I know there are a lot of people that are going to say yes. And so because I know that, my posture changes when I speak to people, right? The fear of loss is not on my end. If anything, the fear of loss is on their end. When prospecting, guys, when, presenting an opportunity to somebody, your posture is everything. The two main factors you want to have is posture and information. You want to know what you're talking about, because if you don't, you're going to lose everything. But the right posture, and know that I got something right now that's going to change your life. You need me, not I need you. Most people are accustomed to network marketers needing them and people begging them to join. So the moment when I'm saying, hey, do you have time now to listen to this call? And they're like, no, I'm going to get to it, but go ahead and listen to me. You can send it to me. I'm like, no. They're like, what do you mean no? Automatically, something switches in their head. Because now they're thinking, wait, she's not going to beg me to listen to this call? She's not going to beg me to come to this meeting? Nope. I got to go. But wait, okay, wait. Let me tell my friend I'm going to call her back. Then listen to the call. You can call me. Do you see how the whole conversation changes at that point? Why? Because now they're intrigued. Now they're curious. They're like, wait a minute. Why did she know that she was just going to say no to me like that? Posture is everything. So I hope that this has been of value to you. If it has, make sure you share this video. Tag your team members. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to stay a little bit longer to answer any questions if you have some. Any questions, anybody? I know there's a delay, so I'm trying to give you guys a few more seconds to see if you guys have any questions. If not, I'm going to go ahead and end this and take my tail to sleep. See, I started this being really sleepy, right? Now that I'm done, I got hyped. Thank you, sir. I got hyped, and now I feel like I could do another video, but I don't want to. I need to go to sleep. This gives me energy. I love this. I love what I do. Like, there's no greater feeling than being able to do what you've been called to do and what you love. It's amazing. And even though I was tired when I started off, now I'm all hyped and pumped up. But if those of you that are watching me that are not part of Vida Divina and you want to know how you can be a part of this amazing movement where lives are being changed, my pleasure, Gladys. You can inbox me now and I can answer some questions for you and get you started. Keep grinding. I've been grinding forever, boy. Let me tell you. I'm like, I need to stay looking young. I can't have bags under my eyes. I have to write some balance up in here. But if you want to know how we are changing lives and how we are ecstatic about it, having fun, and really positioning ourselves to create wealth and a life of freedom and purpose, you want to partner with me. You want to inbox me. You want to find out how I can change your life. You want to know what I'm talking about all the time on Facebook. You want to, but you might be afraid. Or, you are making excuses. But either way, you want to know what I'm talking about. But get yourself out of the way. You're the reason why you're not where you want to be. Nobody else. So if you get your own thinking out of the way, trust me, your life can change drastically. Ask me how I know. I was one of those people. There are people right now that have been waiting that said, yeah, I'm going to get back to you, Sharita. Guess what? They lost their position a long time ago. And my back office is growing like crazy. Let me tell you, when I see my back office, baby, I have never, ever, ever had a back office that looked like that, especially this early in the game. And y'all still playing? You're still watching me and not joining? Are you kidding me? Like, why would you do that to yourself? Legitimately, like, why would you do that to yourself? Especially when you can enroll for free. Do you understand the power of being able... that's a totally different stream. I have to do another video on that. But the power of building a team right now for free. Do you know how many people are going to break ranks and break crazy income in the next 3 weeks or so? Baby. Anyway, y'all, thank you for joining. You guys have a good night. And also make sure you join us tomorrow morning at 8:45 a.m. myself and Dominique Scott for our Rise Up and Live inspirational call. These calls are on fire. We've been growing every single time. We just launched yesterday and it's growing like crazy. So meet us tomorrow morning, 8:45 Eastern Standard Time, for 15 minutes of inspiration. If you have not clicked on the link to hear this morning's call, the link is down in my stream, and the flyer will be up tomorrow for the call tomorrow as well. Good night, Ruben. Good night, everybody. Until next time, only believe until the end, and go get your life. Be blessed, everyone.